Okay, good evening. How's everybody today? Okay, we are going to call to order the Village Board of Trustees meeting today being Monday, August 3rd, 2026. Time is 6:31 p.m. I'll ask Clerk Key to begin with a roll call.
Good evening, everyone. Trustee Tammy Brown.
Present.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Present.
Trustee Belcher.
Here.
Trustee Steve.
Present.
Trustee Norwood.
Present.
Trustee Holmes. He's absent. We have a quorum, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Next, I'll ask everybody to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If we can remain standing, I'll ask Trustee Stan, you mind leading us in prayer, please?
Oh, I wouldn't mind. Would I be able to use that over to Sister Cheryl? I called her in church the other day, and she got a little holy in her.
Okay.
So if you don't mind.
All right.
I pray that there's strength in each and every one of us for the task ahead. I know as he called you, you will step accordingly. I pray that this village find the unity that we are researching for. I pray that every head of the department now knows that it is now a vital time. I pray that the residents find their alliance of harmony. I pray that all heads of the departments be able to make it through whatever it is the village is on that. In the name of the Father, Son, and
Amen.
Okay, first thing on the agenda, public comment. So anybody who has comments for this body, please come forward. You have 3 minutes.
as I said, greetings in the name of the Father and the Son. One, I like to start out by thanking Stan. He showed me a community service that I really, I knew it was here, but it's just always good to be reminded and see it in action again. And then it was helping some of the residents around in my area that had some problems with their flooding. They needed a few things. I see one of our officers is absolutely getting ready to get certified today, Wallace. And I have to tell you all already on the 29th, not knowing she was one of our new officers, on the 31st of the last, ran into her in the police department. And you talking about reminding me of what was here many years back. Well, I'm proud to say I'm very humble and I'm very thankful that I met her and seeing that she's getting certified today. Because like I said last month, each one of us got to be a part of putting the word better back in Dalton. It may be small, it may be large, but we have got to band together here for the greater good. On them fees, I'm sorry. I know y'all trying to be nice, but some of these doggoners, y'all might have to go into another meeting about that because they need that money upped on them. They seem to not think that makes any sense. And since I have been telling them there is a leech law out here, I take a picture, I expect for that person to be fine. We got people that I said before, they're leaving dogs. We just had a family move out again, left their dogs over on Irving. So all I'm asking, make the money. We can't keep hanging with that. What is it, $100, $150? No, y'all need to kick that on up to $250.
Thank you very much.
Ryan Reese, Dalton resident. Couple infrastructure related concerns that I have at this time. I want to know if we have a timetable with IDOT over the repairs and updates to the two bridges at Lincoln and on 154th. Currently, the situation is such that access to the city of Dalton, particularly South Dalton where I live, is severely impeded going westbound. Right now we have to go to River Oak and down and around or all the way up to Sibley. And to be honest, Greenwood can't handle the traffic. I have to drive on Greenwood a lot. And this level of repair is probably going to go for a while. The fact that it's covering both of those bridges at the same time, that's an that's IDOT's fault. That's not you guys' fault. But I want to know if we have a timetable with them on this.
Yeah, I know 154. That's going to go into early part of next year. I think the Lincoln is later this year, October. Am I right, Bill?
Well, it sure doesn't look like it right now. Just saying. I know there's been storms. All right. Other two issues. There are branches everywhere. We can all see them on countless homes throughout Dalton. There are a lot of branches from the storm damage. I know that there's been ongoing investigations, but at this point, some of the branches that have been put out for disposal have been in place for approaching a month at this point. There is a full tree between Ellis and Dobson on 155th. It's an entire tree that got chopped up into pieces and has been sitting at the edge of the road and into the road for about a month. So we need a timetable on this. If there are specific things we have to do, then we as citizens need to know what we need to do to make it possible to have these branches removed from our properties. At this point, it's reaching the point of being a blight. There is a third issue that I want to get to while I still have time. We're kind of concerned individually in my household about the flock cameras that we've seen popping up a lot lately. Within the last few months, we've seen some flock cameras, in particular at the corner of 158th and Greenwood and Sibley and Greenwood, that are separate from the red light cameras that you guys announced a while back. These ones appear, based upon what I saw on the maps, to be on South Holland's property. So I don't know if South Holland is putting out a flock camera and pointing it straight into Dalton driving spaces or what's going on here. But I already have enough concerns with privacy and security with the flock cameras in general. I am concerned about where the notifications on this came from, and if we have more information on whose those are and why they were put in place.
Okay, we can follow with you. We hit 3-minute mark. We'll ask Matt. You got the information about that 155 in Dobson, the tree? Yeah, we get out there this week. We'll get the tree out this week. You good? Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Veronica Ball. I am a Dalton resident for 28 years. I live on 144th and Minerva, and for the last 5 years, people have been dumping trash behind my house and the houses, which would be University, the block behind me. I came up here earlier today, found out that there was a meeting, so I wanted to express that. There are tires, there are trash, there are 2 to 3 vacant homes. The trees have grown in so bad that now one of them is touching the line. And I'm assuming that that's going to knock some electricity out for some people in our area. The dumping of the trash is ridiculous. I don't want it to become a rodent problem. I also want to know why our alley didn't get paved and the alley across the street from us did. And the alleys are just ridiculous. 148th and Staples, where you have that little area where the church is, the grass hasn't been cut in years. The bird bath is broken. The grass is as high as the bear, and the bear sits right here. It's vacant homes. Whoever's coming out to cut these yards, we need to start trimming these trees as well, because the alley is ridiculous. And I have a video too that I would like to show you at the end of the meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good evening. Couple things real quick. Hey, Public Works, is there a timeline on when you might be coming out to do some work across 150th to 154th and Harper? Came out a couple of weeks ago. Those weeds down at 154th and Harper now are 6 and 10 feet tall. Yeah, along Expressway, along the Bishop Ford. They're just getting more unruly every day. We don't have lights on our blocks, and that's something that's been spoken of before. 150th in Harper, Blackstone, and Dante. They're very dark. Saturday, June 27th, there was a vehicle accident in front of my home. Police department was excellent. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. they took the driver down to the corner. I live second house from the corner. They took the driver down to the corner so they could give a sobriety test, and that person was arrested. That's not the problem. The police had to have all their lights on, and whatever lights we have outside is providing the lighting on that block. That vegetation becomes even more, puts more darkness because it's so darn high. You don't know what's behind those weeds. And literally, we have no sidewalks. Be nice to be able to cut that down and make that into a rock area where you can walk along the Bishop Ford. You can so you have somewhere to walk, because cars that come down the streets have no respect for human life as you're walking and try to get out of their way because you don't hear them coming. And that is your walkway. I'll get off of that one and go on to St. Patrick. I like St. Patrick as far as business, and hopefully it's bringing some revenue to the city of Dalton, but their volume of their sound is excessively high. We all know where it's located at. So I'll just say from that corner, you can stand in front of Menards and you can hear the song very clear. You can hear what the DJ is saying very clear. As of last night, it was about 9:45. I was at the gas station. Pump it up, pump it up. I enjoy music, as you know, as anybody else, but there's a time and place, and they need to contain that sound to their facility. They got 5 stories, they can keep it in. So they, I called the police. I actually called dispatch. It was about 10:15 last night, and they were dispatching another police officer over there. It was just excessively loud. Thank you so much for dancing at the fountain. It's very nice to be able to come out with the community and get to see some people and exchange some kind words and see the mayor do the wobble is priceless. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I called up here a few times in regards to a tree that's in front of my parents' home on 146 and Parkside Drive. I was notified one time that you guys didn't have anyone to cut the tree down. I was then notified that I guess they were having some issues with a vendor or whatever, but the tree, I've actually been calling about this tree for a couple of years now, and it still hasn't been even inspected, or no one has come out in regards to the tree. And with everything that's currently going on with the weather, my concern is that tree falling over on my parents' home. So I did email, I think, everyone on the panel as of recently, because I came up here earlier today and learned that it was a meeting as well. But I did email you guys in regards to the tree, and I sent a few photos as well. I'm hoping that tree can be serviced soon.
I'm going to ask you to see the gentleman in the back with his hand wave.
Okay.
You see him, and then he'll get you some follow-up.
Thank you.
Hey y'all. So I'm a Dalton resident. Just really want to quickly talk about some of the recent events that was happening in the village in regards to our youth. So on July 11, 2026, 1,009 young people were downtown. They were safe. No police were called. There were no incidents. It was called Downtown Day. Jamal Cole, with My Block, My Hood, My City, has Downtown Day, and it's their 4th time doing it this year. They started it after young people were being excluded from city spaces. And I believe what they were able to do with Downtown Day is something that we should look at closely as a village when it comes to large youth gatherings. They did 2 things: increase access and support young people's agency. I will be happy to talk to you all more about the program. It's a great example, and it has a lot of data around the program as well. I also believe Downtown Day is just an example that young people can gather in masses, and as a community, we don't have to feel alarmed. We just have to put the tools in place to support them. So happy to speak more about it. I actually work for the organization, so just let me know. I think I emailed Mayor House. I emailed you as well as the village administrator. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
I have concerns about the management of this village. It's entirely too much going on. From the past administration to this administration, it was concerns about parties and things of that sort. Suddenly, you have stepping at the fountain back. Don't know what the reason is, but I'm definitely going to FOIA the cost. Also, there are things that this village owns that should not be bartered for any personal reason. That is not the Zeta fountain. My niece is a Zeta. Love the Zetas. It's the Village of Dalton fountain. In that order. Just like we don't have Melanie's anymore. Just like we don't have the Dorchester anymore. These are village properties that must be maintained and kept for the village only, not for discriminatory personal use. Okay, also I have very big concerns with the Rucker death investigation, as well as what went on at the fitness center. That opens the village of Dalton up for more lawsuits. We have a $33 million lawsuit. How much more can we withstand as a village? Me as a homeowner and taxpayer, not much more. My taxes are not offset by a trustee stipend. I pay out of pocket for it. I only pay taxes. The house has been paid for since I moved here. And I'm not liking what I'm putting in the pot for. I went to the police station to get a police report. Got pushed back, had to ask for a supervisor, and made sure that I got a proper report. I pay for the police like every other resident. Don't know where you guys think you get your money from, but you get it from the taxpayer. I'm not going to be disrespected and played with. I don't care what your personal feelings are about me. Period. I want to know why the clerk, the deputy clerk, has a credit card. I want to know why trustees were paid 6 months in advance. Why was it one deposit when I FOIA'd that information? What is going on with the finances of Dalton? You don't have an answer, I'll FOIA that too.
Well, you're more than welcome to set up a meeting and we can discuss all of your questions. That was a lot of information to respond to at one time.
I know, I'm concerned about all of that. Highly concerned. Because how are we paying for this? How? I'll sit down when I'm ready. I'll sit down when you pay my property tax, if you can pay it right now.
Okay, Ms. Downs, we've reached the 3-minute mark.
Thank you so much.
I'm so sorry if I can. I didn't want to leave this out because Zion Church had a wonderful affair, and police, the fire department, they showed up with instant donations and everything, and Chief got the video, and I want to thank y'all for that historical thing.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Good evening, everybody. I just want to remind everyone of this Thursday, August the 6th, of Dalton Community Prayer Night at 7 o'clock. It will be held at Resurrection Power at 703 West Sibley Boulevard. I'm hoping to see all your beautiful faces. Dalton Prayer is not only for the residents, but it is for our first responders, the police department, the fire department, the village staff. Bring a friend, bring a neighbor, bring your family. If we come together in prayer on a monthly basis, just imagine what we can change in our village. I'm grateful that all the churches in the village of Dalton is coming together to fellowship with each other. We can change a lot of things through prayer. So I hope to see all of you out on Thursday. I know that Thursday is stepping at the fountain. Not sure what the weather is going to be this Thursday, but for 1 hour, I think you can come out. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Elder White.
Good evening. Hi. I'm a resident on the west side of Dalton. Also working your Dalton Dalton area at the School District 148. I'm coming to address some things that I don't like what's going on in Dalton on the west side. I'm over there across from South Howland and right off of Sibley Boulevard. Our streets are terrible. I understand that you have other streets that you have to get to. I've been in the Dalton area for 26 years, and I voted every time for four mayors, and none of them have kept their promise about coming over here and doing things for that area. Now, some streets have been paved, but my street is horrible. There was a speed bump on it at one time when Mayor Riley put it there, and now it's removed, and the street is terrible. Also, there is a tree that is city property, and I've called several times to Public Works. They told me that I need to come to the meeting, and so I'm here. I've put my name on that list 4 times. The tree is hanging over, and if it crushes our house, we are liable. The village might pay us some money, but we may not get it. So I'm asking again, can somebody come out and cut that tree? You have somebody coming around. I saw a video of saying what our property is supposed to look like and the tree. So the tree is all over, it's hanging over the sidewalks when you walk, so you're getting slapped in the face with a tree branch. So and my neighbor also has called. I'm 14915 Dearborn. And I'm sure they have my name. And I spoke to you, Mr. Mayor, at the ECC. You
Yes,
probably remember me. So I'm asking, please, somebody take care of this. And I do appreciate what you all have done, but I'm looking for more. My taxes continue to go up. And as you said, it's not nice when you got a district that's hitting you over here with the taxes, District 148 and 149, and then you're getting hit with your own village. It makes you want to leave. And I don't want to leave my house, but I'm looking. So I appreciate your services. Thank you.
Ma'am, if you could see the gentleman back there, get him your information. Yeah. Okay, and that's going to conclude our public comment portion of this agenda. Next, we will go into general announcements. Any announcements at this time? Hearing no announcement. I'll tease it. General announcements. Who's first?
I do, Mayor. I'm
All
sorry.
right, Trustee Tammy.
Good evening, everyone. Just wanted to announce this Saturday, 9:30 a.m., we have our monthly residential meeting, which is Tea with the Trustees, 14700 Evers at the Lester Long Fieldhouse. It's a meeting where we give out vital information, and it's a chance for residents to also tell us what's in need and what we can follow up with. Normally, when we get things from Tea with the Trustees, or even tonight, we normally try to make sure that a trustee comes out and address the issues. But again, it's a one-on-one. You can get a chance to talk to one another one-on-one versus the meeting. So again, Saturday, Tea with the Trustees, August the 8th, 9:30 a.m., 14700 Evers. And we would like to see more in attendance from the residents. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other announcements?
Yeah, Mayor.
Trustee Norwood.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. I'd like to announce our Tuesday morning fitness class. So residents, every Tuesday, we have from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Royal Estates. We have a fitness with Sadiq, the trainer. And I have a lot of seniors that join me at 9 a.m. So if you all could make it, I'd love to see you and exercise with you, because we know that a family that exercises together stays together. I also like to thank everyone who joins us every Thursday for Stepping at the Fountain. So we have a Stepping at the Fountain from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Most of everything is sponsored. So thank you to all the sponsors who continue to sponsor the event so that the residents can all come together and have a good time. So I thank everyone, and you all have a good evening. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee. Trustee Steve.
Greetings, everyone. I missed the last meeting. I was out of town, but I had my 5th annual MS walk this last July. It turned out really nice. It was a success. I almost didn't want to do it this year. My spirit really wasn't in it, but I'm glad I did do it. Next year, we're going to do it even bigger and better. It's to raise awareness about multiple sclerosis. I've been dealing with multiple sclerosis for the last 16 years of my life. And this is something that just raise money. Hopefully we can find a cure. That's the goal of doing the MS swap. Also, this this Saturday at our tea with the trustees, we do have a data center that wants to come to Dalton. So we encourage every resident to come out, ask your questions, come out there. Don't, there's a lot of misinformation. Come out there and ask every question, any question that you have. Don't sit on the sideline and say yes or no. Come out and have the discussion. And so that's this Saturday. That's the benefit of Tea with Trustees, because it's an open discussion with the residents and what the plans that we're trying to do for our village. So please, that's this Saturday, our Tea with Trustees. Everybody's more than welcome to come. Bring your questions, bring your notepad, bring everything, anything and everything, any concern that you may have. Please come out this Saturday. So I look forward to seeing everybody this Saturday. And that's the end of my announcements.
Thank you very much, Trustee Steve. I would like to acknowledge Trustee Holmes' presence. I don't know if you got him, Clerk Key. So Trustee Holmes present?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay. Was Trustee Stan?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to touch shortly on tomorrow, Tuesday. We're going to have a Nights Out, which is National Nights Out for officers all over the United States. But Chief Chapman will elaborate on that. But tomorrow, I believe that starts at 6. Okay, so get that information together. The chief will elaborate more on that. So it'd definitely be good if you come out and voice your opinion and, you know, have a friend with the policemen out here. And also, I'd like to say, I had a chance to visit the Dalton Garden today over there with Randy. Can you put your hand up, Randy?
Randy.
He have a nice garden out there. So I did see, I don't know if I was looking at collard greens or turnips, cucumbers and tomatoes. Okay, and the yard is lovely. That's right there on, could you throw that address out?
It's corner of Park and Jefferson, 504 Jefferson.
Park and Jefferson, if you get a chance, stop by there. He's actually watering them with rainwater, seeing that we do get enough rain around here. He has a couple of nice barrels that catch a lot of rainwater, and those vegetables, the vegetation is really looking good over there. So you get a chance, just stop by there. That's the Village of Dalton vegetable garden. Thank you.
That conclude, Trustee?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Trustee Holmes.
Good evening. Good evening. I only want to touch bases on this here. I'm not going to blame the administration that's up here now. I'm not going to blame the past administration. I'm not going to blame the past administration or Riley's administration. I'm not going to blame the administration before Riley. But what I am going to blame is these county levels and these state levels. They don't understand, which they should do. Dalton is drowning. And when I say Dalton is drowning, the alleys, the streets, and the basements. They're always coming out here, want to talk about the infrastructure and how much money they're going to provide to the south suburbs for infrastructures. But you almost need a boat for the last 12 years to keep coming to try to get in your house and your garage. And these residents are tired. I'm going to say it again. I'm not blaming the administrations. We got to look at these state levels and county levels who come out here to these meetings and promise so much money to fix this infrastructure. But are we going to drown before you get the money, which is already there, to fix these infrastructures? You can't come out when it's raining. You can't come out when the sun is out because you're putting out too much water in your basement, in your alleys. Some people's feet are getting infected because they are outside trying to open up these sewers and trying to get help. The administrations before this administration and administration before the past administrations have been pleading and pleading for help from the state level and the county level, but you're selling us a bird. Get real, get this infrastructure, put the money here, stop coming out here saying, oh, we're gonna get this much money, we're gonna get that much money. How many times we gotta clean and pay money to get our basements fixed? We gotta take a real look at that. It's coming out of your money to fix your own basement, while they're saying they're gonna get the money. They can get the money for everything else. Let's get the money and get these pipes together here before this village crumble. Concrete can only take so much money.
I am requesting the approval of the minutes from July the 6th, 2026 regular board meeting.
Is there a motion?
So move.
Second. I heard the motion, trustee Belcher, second trustee Stan Brown. Any discussion? Hearing none, clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
trustee Belcher,
Aye.
trustee Steve,
Aye.
trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Holmes. Thank you very much, Boyd.
Is that concluded for your report?
That
Clerk?
concludes my report.
Okay, we're gonna do village engineers report.
Good evening, Mayor, Madam Clerk, trustees, department heads, and also residents from the Village of Dalton. Just one item on my report this evening. Last week on Thursday, July 30th, we had the pre-construction meeting for the lead service line replacement project. The village was a recipient of $5 million to start replacing the lead service lines. We will be starting from Indiana to Jackson, from 140th Place to 144th Street, between Dobson and Woodlawn, 144 to 149th, Avalon to Stony Island, 145th to 144th. We will be starting with public outreach, potholing, hydro excavating, and we'll be scheduling residents and doing the preliminary inspections. So we're very excited and look forward to this project. And also in 2027, the village did receive $12 million to continue the project, and we will be starting in other areas starting next year. That's all I have for my report this evening, and I will entertain any questions.
Thank you very much. I think trustee Steve, you had a question?
Yeah, two questions. I know we applied for something for the fire hydrants to fix the broke fire hydrants. Am I correct?
Yes, we did. That was through a DCO grant. We're trying to finalize a couple of reports to submit so we can get that funding, as well as 3 other DCO grants that we applied for. I'm working with the village administrator on getting that finalized so we can receive the intergovernmental agreement so we can move forward with the fire hydrant project, improvements to the pump station, also to bring the village hall to ADA compliance, as well as an influx of funding to the general fund. Those were the 4 DCO grants that we had applied funding for.
Also, is there grants for cleaning and televising the sewers?
Not as of yet.
So we can.
But we are applying. We just applied for $250,000 to help with sewer improvements because of the storm. So we just got the finalized paperwork. Billy and I and his staff, we worked together on applying for that funding. So
Commander, Lieutenant Harris now going to Commander, as well as Brinari Wallace, a probationary police officer. I ask to come forward. Brina. Did I say it right? Brene. Third time's a charm.
First time you killed this.
No, I got that one. I have it. Yep, I just didn't have the in between. I'm good. I'm fine. Sure. Yeah, you good. Grab extra microphone just in case.
senior commander, then commander, and then probationary police officer. We'll do guest first,
And then Marlon.
then Marlon.
Okay. Got it. You want to get them? Okay.
Do what's happening again.
The right hand. And repeat after me, please, sir. And you say state your name, you just say your name. Okay. So I
I, Derek Guess,
have been appointed to
have been appointed to
the office of
the office of
Senior Commander
Senior Commander
in the Village of Dalton,
in the Village of Dalton,
in the County of Cook,
the County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
and that I
and that I
will faithfully discharge
will faithfully discharge
the duties of
the duties of
Office of Senior Commander,
Office of Senior Commander,
Village of Dalton,
Village of Dalton,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm going to do a pop quiz really quick because I like getting people on the spot. So, Senior Commander, guess, if you may just let everybody know how long you've been serving the residents of the great village of Dalton.
24 and a half years.
We give them one more round of applause for 24 and a half great years of service.
Go, sir. Okay. Repeat after me. Say I.
I,
State your name.
Marlon Harris,
Having been appointed
to
to the office of
Commander
in the Village of Dalton,
in the Village of Dalton,
in the County of Cook,
in the County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the
of the
Constitution
State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
and that I will
and that I will
faithfully discharge
faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Commander,
of Commander,
Village of Dalton,
Village of Dalton,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Now it's just a quiz. No longer a pop quiz, it's just a quiz now. How many years have you been with the great village of Dalton?
20 years.
Let's give them another round of applause. 20 years of excellent service.
Tell me your name again. I'm gonna let her say it. Did you sign both of them? Just two.
There you go. Hold your mind if you want to sign on that.
You keep one and then I keep one. Okay, there you go. You come down. Yes. When I say whatever I say, you repeat after me. So I'm gonna say I and you say your name and then you repeat everything after that. Okay.
I, Brene Wallace,
Having been appointed
have
Thank you.
All right, let's give them another round of applause. I will ask all family members, board, if we can come take a group picture. We'll do family members first. Okay, we're going to allow about 3 to 5 minutes so we can have just the photo shots of our the Dalton's finest.
Yeah. Well, built. Oh, yeah, okay.
I get on the way downstairs.
Mic check, mic check. One. Am I hot? Is it on?
Yes.
Can you hear? All right. All right, we're going to get ready to resume our order of business. I will ask officers if we can. For those who are staying, please feel free to join us. For those who are not, we want to give our sincere thank you for all of your hard efforts. Okay, we're going to resume. We have one additional presentation. We have our insurance broker from InsureSource, Cliff Taylor. I ask if you come and do your presentation at this time. And you guys know nobody claps when the insurance guy gets up and starts talking. Is our stuff on? That sounds awful.
All right. Good evening, Mayor, trustees, Madam Clerk, attorney, department heads, and county residents.
It doesn't sound like it. Doesn't feel like it's on. Check, check, check. Mic. Okay.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, clearly. Again, good evening, Mayor, trustees, Madam Clerk, attorney, department heads, valued residents of Dalton. My name is Cliff Taylor. I represent InsureSource. We are the broker for the Village of Dalton. We've been the broker for the village now for well over 10 years, and I greatly appreciate the partnership and look forward to continuing to work with you. It has come that time again for our general liability insurance program renewal, which renews on August 5th. As we do every year, we go out to the marketplace. We look at every market that will entertain, that insure municipalities. There's not a lot of markets and carriers that do that. So we go out to the marketplace, we see who's interested, who's not, and we negotiate the best deals for the village. If you recall last year, or where we go back a couple of years before that, we're in a real difficult time from an insurance marketplace standpoint. And we had a couple of years here where the plan was pretty tough, and we were looking at premiums well over $2 million with people saying we would not be insured. We were uninsurable. Last year, I was able to bring another carrier in and save us $800,000 across the board. So we are still insured, and we will continue to be. Going to the marketplace this year, we were able to negotiate a 6% renewal, which is a fantastic renewal in this marketplace. It's getting a little better, but we still got a long ways to go. I'm seeing double-digit renewals across the board with some of my other municipal clients. So at 6% with no changes to the plan is a pretty big deal. Again, nothing's changed in the plan. I believe you all have a copy of the presentation. Unless there's any questions, again, just want authority to go and bind coverage for August 5th to make sure that we are insured. And we'll keep this ball rolling and continue to work with the village and the department heads and just trying to continue to improve the program.
Okay. At this time, I'm going to entertain a motion to approve binding, and we'll have a discussion. And during discussion, we'll ask questions, if that's all right. Is there a motion to approve binding?
Second.
Heard the motion. Trustee Stan Brown, second. Trustee Norwood. Any discussion or questions at this time? Hearing none, I'll ask Clerk Key for a roll call.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Oh, she's not here. Okay, Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Steve.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. The motion passed.
Okay, thank you very
Thank
much.
you
I
all.
appreciate
Thank you all.
Okay, we're going to go back and resume our normal order of business. Get back on that page. So item 8 on the agenda is legal reports. Attorney McGrath, any report?
Good evening, Mayor, Board, and Department heads. Just to follow up on the last report, I think you're able to get better insurance premiums and terms based upon the actions of this administration. I would report that once again, there's been no new litigation filed against this administration, which is completely different than the prior administration. As far as an update, the seats matter is back up in court next Monday. I've had some conversations since our last meeting with plaintiff's counsel. We continue to work with plaintiff's counsel, with the village administrator and the mayor, and we're working towards our goal of not having any property taxes increased in a manner and still be able to pay for the judgment in the interest. We'll give you a more detailed update following the next court date at the September meeting. That completes my report. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much, Attorney McGrath. All right, Clerk Key has an update.
Just to update the vote on the insurance carrier, trustee Tammy Brown did vote yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Next up, we have committee reports, Human Relations and Ethics, and Planning and Zoning. Trustee Tammy Brown.
Good evening, everyone. I don't have a report for human relations and ethics. Our planning and zoning committee, it's a board and one is a committee. We should be having a meeting shortly once we get with former trustee Robert Pearson. So he's the head of those committees. And I guess after we decide what other businesses are planning to come here, then we will definitely be having a planning and zoning committee. Thank you. Meeting, I'm sorry.
Thank you very much, Trustee. All right, next we have amusement and activities. Trustee Stan Brown.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. We did at our last meeting, we did have the JB skaters that came and talked about doing something out here. So we have had close contact with them. They've been speaking and contacting village administrator Bill. So is there anything, Bill, that you can update us on with that?
At this time, trustees, we're still working on some planning. She worked with the skaters to produce a couple dates. We got a couple village events and collaborate together.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we update the residents that we did make contact with them individuals, and we are working closely on the big JB skate. And Bill was, what size skates you want, Bill? He said he's going to do a little skate routine for us. So that's an update on the JB skaters. So we are working close with them, and that's going to happen with our amusement and activity. That's basically it for me on amusement activity.
Okay. And Trustee, we don't have on here, but I want to ask if you have any updates on police committee.
Oh, and also report on our on the police department committee. If you can, I'd like to yield that over to Chief Chapman to give us a report on the police department.
Good evening. For the month of July, the Dalton Police Department wrote 98 parking tickets, 158 state tickets, 1,339 red light camera violations, 13 felony arrests, 53 misdemeanor arrests, and 7 warrant arrests. Also, as we're talking about the crime stats in the village of Dalton, I'm happy to report, and I don't want to jinx it. Thank God I'm not superstitious, but in the 8th month, 8 months into the year, and we've only had 1 gun-related homicide in 8 months, and we all know what that one was. But I attribute that not just to happenstance. That is largely attributed to the strategies that the command staff have been putting together, as well as the officers executing their enforcement, their due diligence, as well as their enforcement of all crimes that are occurring in Dalton that leads to smaller stuff that leads to larger things happening. So I want to definitely give a thanks to the Dalton police officers when it comes to that, because they are the ones, men and women, that are out there actually executing the plan. As we talk about teen takeovers, we've had 5 teen takeovers in the village. I think there have been 8 that have been planned. There were actually 5 that actually took place. And as we talk about the teen takeovers, and I know there's been a lot of talk and a lot of chatter in regards to, the teens need something to do in that regards. But when you got 600 teens running through the village of Dalton, and in particular through residential neighborhoods, it can create a huge problem. As we've seen in the city of Chicago, a lot of their teen takeovers have resulted in violence, deaths, as well as numerous weapons recovered during their teen takeovers. It's interesting because I wanted to kind of do an analysis and share with the residents and the the elected officials, regards to what does it look like with the teens that we have encountered. And when I say teens that we have encountered, I'm talking about teens that we've had to either take into the station for curfew or some other criminal activity that they were involved in where it resulted in an arrest. And I want to do an analysis to find out, are these Dalton residents, are these Dalton children, or are these kids coming from other places? And of the teens that we have had to encounter to take them in for some type of citation or violation, only 2 have been Dalton residents. Only 2. So it's very apparent our Dalton kids got something to do other than teen takeovers. One recent teen takeover that we've had resulted in an assault for being recovered from one of the teens. So we also had another teen takeover where when we were dispersing the kids, there were shots fired in very close proximity where law enforcement officers were. So we're seeing an increasing incidence of violence or near violence that is occurring at these teen takeovers. And once again, I give all of the kudos to the men and women of the Dalton Police Department because they are truly professional law enforcement officers, and they jump in and they know what to do and do it professionally and do it the correct way. We've had no major incidents in revolving these teen takeovers, but as you see, the potential is there, and we're trying to do our due diligence. There is no effective one strategy to handle these teen takeovers. We may have a teen takeover where there's 300 kids, one teen takeover, another one, we had one where there was 600. And that might be generous in the numbers. And when you are kind of playing the cat and mouse game with these kids up and down Sibley and through the residential neighborhoods, it becomes a problem, and it's very challenging for the officers. The officers are very taxed. They're already working 12 hours a day as it is for regular shifts. But when we have a teen takeover where we're anticipating a large number of teens, then I have to cancel days off for officers. This is summertime. People want to spend time with their families and all that, but they jump in and they do what needs to be done. But we're canceling days off and we're holding officers over. So they're very taxed, but they do it with professionalism and they do it with pride, and they do it on behalf of the residents of the village of Dalton. So I just definitely want to, I would miss if I did not give them acknowledgement. Lastly, there's been some question in regards to early on when I first started, and it's hard to believe it'll be a year on the 18th that I've been here. But in any event, I mentioned about I wanted to the Dalton Police Department to start doing some bike patrols in the neighborhoods and in the residential communities. Unfortunately, we have not been able to do that for a number of reasons. One of the main reasons is anytime officers assigned to bike patrol, they have to go through a 40-hour bike training course to be certified in bicycle operations. And that training is very scarce in the state of Illinois with police officers, and to get them certified. And so we've, kind of held off. Also, the bicycles that are used for bike patrol, police patrol, those bicycles are about $3,000 a piece. We have a couple bicycles, but those bikes every year are required by the state of Illinois to be tuned, kind of a tune-up like you do in your car, in order that it's a safe operation for the officers. So we are going to work diligently. More than likely, it looks like as we wind down the summer, we won't be able to do the bike patrols this summer, but we're going to work diligently through the fall and the winter to get some officers trained in bike patrol and have them out in the neighborhoods. I think that is a very valuable tool, not only to crime prevention, but also for community policing as well. So be patient with us. We're getting there. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that report, Chief. I'll ask Trustee Stan, any additional words you had?
No, man.
Okay, that'll conclude police. Next is Fire and Finance Committee. Trustee Belcher.
Good evening, everyone. From the Fire Department, Chief Pete McCain, emergency incident statistics from January 1st, 2026 through July 31st, 2026. There have been 3,975 emergency responses that the Dalton Fire Department and Buzz Ambulance have responded to, with an average of 18.8 calls for service each shift day. The recent response included a structural fire on July 2nd at 600 block of East Sheridan, and a structural fire on July 28th on the block of 14600 South Lakeside. On July 27th, The Chicagoland area was hit with another round of severe weather. Luckily, the village of Dalton did not get hit with the brunt of storms. Unfortunately, some of our other neighboring communities were hit harder, and the Dalton Fire Department specialty response team members responded and assisted to those communities where in need. I would like to thank the Dalton firefighters from Mavis 2427, Water Rescue Dive Team, and the Mavis 2427 Technical Rescue Gray Cart Team for going above and beyond during the severe weather outbreak. If a resident has experienced flooding, we still have sandbags remaining at Fire Station 1. Please contact the Village of Dalton in order for our staff to distribute the sandbags to our residents in need of assistance. Lastly, there were a total of 71 applicants who took the entrance exam for the Dalton Fire Department through the National Testing Network Agency. We would like to thank all the applicants who took time to go to the testing process, and we wish everyone the best of luck as they continue their eligibility process. This completes my report. Thank you for your time regarding this matter. Respectfully submitted, Stephen A. McCain, Acting Fire Chief. That is the fire report for the month of July.
Thank you, trustee. Going into finance.
Finance, which is May, for the month of May, which begins the 2027 fiscal year. So our fiscal year starts May 1st through April 30th, 2027. May 1st, 2026 through April 30th, 2027. The general fund is operating on a $482,368.83 surplus, where the general fund overall is in a deficit of $3,709,279.35. The village would need to be cognizant also of the various requests, as we have the unions that have planned to fund these contract agreements, because each contract signed overall will have payroll increase. So I wanted to be very clear to say that this is the May's financial, meaning this is only the first month of the new fiscal year. So the deficit of $3 million is an overall throughout covering last year's and those years prior to. So that is all that I have right now for the finance department. I would like to say we have finally, I believe, came to a conclusion for our draft budget, and our village administrator will be submitting it to the Board of Trustees, and then we'll be able to present it to the village adult, the residents, and have a meeting to go through the budget for 2026-2027 fiscal year.
That concludes the report.
That concludes my report.
Thanks, trustee Belcher. Next up, we have housing and youth, trustee Norwood.
Thank you, Mayor. So I would start with housing. I would like to thank everyone who has participated. Especially thank you to the residents who have participated and supported the first round of our Dalton United Housing Program. So to all of the residents who missed the opportunity to participate, don't worry, because as a board, our goal is to continue to occupy our town vacancies and eyesores. So I hear residents complaining about the vacancies and the eyesores. This is our way as a village to make sure that we occupy and put these homes on the tax roll. So we are making a conscious effort to do so. In regards to the youth, so special announcement regarding our scholarships. I'd like to thank all of the students who applied to the Southland Regional Mayoral Black Caucus Scholarship Committee. I'd like to thank the committee for allowing our students to participate. Special thank you to a few of our sponsors who donated additional scholarships. So we have the Clark Gas Station, Sibley Liquor, Wingstop, and Dalton Falcons. We've started the selection process, and we'll reach out to the new scholarship recipients. So again, I thank you all to all of our local businesses who joined the initiative to make sure that we add additional scholarships for the youth. So as you all know, last year, we were blessed enough to have 2 through the committee plus a 3rd one with our mayor. And this year we are up to 6 scholarships for the youth. So especially thank you. And last but not least, every year we have Dalton Youth Day. So this year we're having a 3-on-3 basketball tournament with our very own Steph Curry. Okay, now our mayor, guys. So we're having a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Our mayor, he says that he's going to go out there and he's looking for people to challenge him, guys. You know, back in high school, he said that he was one of the best out, and he still has it. So if anyone is interested in joining our youth day for a 3-on-3 with the mayor, please let me know. My phone number is 708-968-4297. It'll be held at our Greenwood Falls right here off of 144th and Greenwood on August the 22nd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So bring your family, guys. We'll have something for all ages. And I've told the mayor I call and check on him daily and make sure that he's in great shape. I told him not to embarrass us, guys. So no worries. He's working on it. Thank you all. Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Trustee. I will say for the 3-on-3, I went out recruiting my teammate recently in the village of Robbins. They honored the great Dwayne Wade. So by renaming the street. So if I get him on my team, I feel really, really confident.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have Public Works with Trustee Edward Steve.
Yes. Greetings, everyone. I want to say it's hard for me to hear when I hear residents complain about the trees being down. I don't like to hear that. You know, it's hard because I see it too. Now, I have to give Public Works some credit. They're out here working. We got to get to it. I have to give a special shout out. We had a water main break on Sunday. Sunday is usually church or you chilling out with your family. I got to give a special shout out to our superintendent, Matt, our foreman, Robert, JT, Lynn, and Martell, the mechanic. There was a big water main break on 152nd or 3rd or in Dorchester. So they had to get out there on Sunday, digging a hole. They were out there working. So I got to give them credit for working and getting that done, because that's not easy work. They get paid to do it, but it's not easy work. It's backbreaking work. So, and our superintendent was out here with the men. So that's a good thing. So give him a round of applause for that Sunday. Again, we have to get to there's still branches down from these past few storms. So we have to eventually get to it. I know they're getting to it. The superintendent has it blocked off throughout the village. So we're getting to it. I heard that we call, I call, and nobody calls you back, or they said, come to the meeting, which is crazy to me, but we have to improve. The biggest room is a room for improvement. So we have to improve on communication. And like I said, the Public Works, we're really repairing from years of messed up equipment. So we're getting to it. So be patient, but they say, take your time, but hurry up. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying our best to improve. So keep calling Public Works. And then if you know me personally, you can always call me. And when I leave here, I can give my number to everybody. There's something on the report that said, if you have a vacant house on your block, we are looking to start tear down these homes with the new, with the program, with the land bank, because there's some vacant homes that's just terrible. I think there's one over on Jefferson that's real bad. But you see them, but it takes money. Even the streets, it's $50,000. I think $50,000 a block. But we don't have the money, so we have to entertain other businesses to bring revenue into our town. We have to bring bigger sources of revenue into our town. We got to look at it unemotionally, very logically, because we have to wait on grants. And if we don't get the grant, then we struggling to do alleys. I think that's a long story, because my alley wasn't done. I live on 143 in Minerva. So, but we're getting there. Be patient with us. And we're doing our best to be accountable to the residents and accountable to ourselves. So please keep calling, please, and then reach out to us individually. If you do not get a call back, if you can't get resolved, please reach out to us individually. And that's the end of my report. Again, I want to give a big shout out to our Public Works team that was out here on Sunday, because I rode past there, and it wasn't that hot, but it still was backbreaking work. They was in the ground fixing the water main break on a Sunday, which is Sunday is a chill day for most of us. So let's give them not a round of applause, but just give them some kudos, because again, You do not want to have to call police and fire. You never want to have to call police and fire department if you live at home. Because if you got to call them to something serious, but you're eventually going to call public works because you say, what's up with this tree? What's up with this pothole? That's a constant communication between the village residents and public works. And I do see the potholes and we're getting to it. So that is the end of my report. Mayor. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, trustee. All right, next up, we have our corporate bills. Trustee Belcher.
Electronic warrant list for August 3rd. Corporate payment, $358,958.36. Water fund registry, $1,238,731.27. The total is $1,597,689.63. That is for the electronic warrant list. I just want to note that our annual payment towards our decree with the city of Chicago, which made that very high.
Okay. Thank you very much. Is there a motion to approve the bills as read?
I make a motion.
So move. Second, sorry.
Okay, I got the motion, trustee Tammy Brown, second, trustee Steve. Any discussion? Hearing none. Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
trustee Belcher,
Aye.
trustee Steve, trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Holmes. Motion passed.
AP warrant list for August 3rd, 2026. Corporate payments registry in amount of $713,149.42. Gross payroll for July 10th, 2026, $398,584.01. Gross payroll for July 24th, 2026, $437,638.82. Total corporate payments in the amount of $1,549,372.25.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the bills as read?
Motion.
Heard the motion, trustee Norwood, second, trustee Tammy Brown. Any discussion? Hearing none. Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
trustee Belcher,
Aye.
trustee Steve,
Aye.
trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Holmes. Motion passed.
Old business motion, a motion to approve ordinance 26-012, amending the ordinance 26-011, designating Old Village Hall, the police department buildings and fire buildings as a historical landmark site and special historical significance. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Okay, I heard the motion, trustee Holmes. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, trustee Stan Brown. Administrator, do you want to expand on this?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mayor Board, supported my amendment to the historic landmark designation, previously approved by the board. The purpose is to ensure that the Old Village Hall, Police Department, Fire Department are formally recognized as historical landmarks and sites of special historic significance. Taking these steps to preserve these public assets, and it will also open up some funding through various grant and loans through the state. That's it.
Okay, any discussion, board? Hearing none. Clerk Key.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, trustee Belcher.
I have a question because when we did 26-011, it was tabled, it wasn't approved. So are we just replacing it with the amended description?
I believe you guys took a vote on that and it was approved, but we came back because there was discussion as to whether the Old Village Hall should be on there. There was a question of museum versus historic site. Those are two different things. We want the Village of Dalton, the Old Village Hall, to be designated as a historic site. We know that it's already a museum, but we want it designated as a historic site so that we can apply for special grants and funds to restore those buildings.
Any further discussion?
I guess I didn't get my answer, but okay.
What was your answer?
The
Question?
The question was, okay, so the original one, I know from 01 was Village Hall. But
Mhm.
last meeting, when it had Old Town and something, to add, you're adding his, as a historic site. So are we just not doing 26-011? Because I don't know, we can go back to the minutes. It wasn't approved. We didn't approve it because that was a question.
I think last meeting, we
believe
approved
they
it
were
with, we
approved.
amended the approval. So we included fire department, the police department. We did not include the old village hall. And after
Yeah, yep.
research, it was discovered that old village hall was listed as a museum, but not a historic site.
Right.
So this amendment would be making it a historic site in addition to a museum.
Okay, so would the amendment include the original one from 21? That's what I'm asking, because 21 is when we made the village hall the landmark.
That's
So
still in
what I'm
place.
asking.
That's still in place. Basically, what we did is created this ordinance to designate these 3 locations as historic sites. The museum ordinance still is in place.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right, that's just clarity. Thank you.
Any additional discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher,
Aye.
Trustee Steve,
Aye.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Motion passed.
Okay, items under new business, item A and B have both been voted. Item C is a motion to approve the Illinois Fraternal Order of Police Labor Council contract from May 1st, 2024 through April 30th, 2027. I'll ask, Chief, I'm going to pause for, I'm going to ask for a motion in a second, then we'll ask if you can elaborate. Is there a motion? I heard the motion, Trustee Steve, second, Trustee Holmes. I'll ask Chief Chapman if you can elaborate a little bit.
Actually, Mr. Mayor, if we can, on the motion itself, could we have a amendment to the time period of when the
Oh,
when the
yes.
back pay could be paid?
Okay.
The original portion was for a 2-month agreement. With the amount that it is, it would take the village about 2 years
Okay.
for a payback.
So what I want to ask the board is if we can do a superseding motion to approve the language, to approve the contract with the amendment that the payback period be over 2 years. So I ask for a superseding motion at this time.
Motion.
Motion.
I heard the motion, Trustee Stan Brown, second, Trustee Holmes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, at this time, I'll ask Administrator or Chief, were you going to elaborate any? Is it necessary? Okay, yeah, this had been discussed previously. I'll ask board, any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher,
Aye.
Trustee Steve,
Aye.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Motion passed.
Okay. I'm going to ask if we do, I don't believe there's opposition, but we will explain it all in a bundle. But I'll ask for a motion that we approve items D, E, F collectively. Is there a motion that we can bundle those 3 items?
Motion.
Second.
Motion, Trustee Norwood, second, Trustee Steve. Any discussion? Hearing none. Clerk Key, please call the roll. This is the motion to bundle.
What were those items again to bundle?
D, E, and F.
Okay, Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher,
Aye.
Trustee Steve,
Aye.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Okay, at this time, I'm gonna ask Administrator, before taking a final vote on these 3 items, Administrator, can you do a summary of the 3 items that we have bundled?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Item D is a Class 8 property tax incentive for the property at 1000 Sibley Boulevard. For this, it was expired, I think it was last done in 2000 and
1000 East Sibley is also known as
Food for Less, sorry. For Food for Less. The purposes of this incentive is to encourage the continued private investment in the property. One of the most important reasons for supporting this project is to help preserve and strengthen access to a full-service grocery store within the village. Having a grocery store that serves our residents is essential to the quality of life in our community. It provides convenient access to fresh food, creates jobs, and generates sales tax. So that is the Class 8. For item E, that is a resolution authorizing me to start the TIF eligibility study. I want to be clear, it's not creating any TIF districts. This is just authorizing us to do the statutory analysis required under state law, determine whether these areas qualify for redevelopment assistance. And then for item F, this is the Homewood disposal bond. This ordinance for this co-bond would be in the amount of $2,540,000. The bonds are intended to provide, like I said, the payment to Homewood. This will not affect the tax levy, as we're just reallocating the 2009 Series A bond.
Okay. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve items D, E, and F. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve D, E, and F.
Second.
Heard the motion, trustee Tammy Brown, second trustee Norwood. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
trustee Belcher,
Aye.
trustee Steve,
Aye.
trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Holmes. Motion passed.
Okay, item G is the motion to approve ordinance 26-014, amending chapter 123 of the municipal code of the village of Dalton by repealing sections 123.007, et cetera. That's a long sentence. That's trustee Norwood. I'll ask, is there a motion to approve the ordinance as written, as stated?
So moved.
Second. Heard the motion, trustee Steve, second trustee Stan Brown. I'll open the floor for trustee Norwood to elaborate.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So this ordinance is not a new ordinance to the village of Dalton. It's actually an ordinance that was once implemented in the past. What we're doing is we're updating it and making sure that we made changes so that we can enforce our new ordinances regarding the nuisance in our community. So this ordinance is called the Housing Chronic Nuisance Abatement and Residential Rental Licensing Ordinance for the village of Dalton. So this ordinance is about much more than enforcing rules. It's about protecting our neighborhoods and investing of the people who call Dalton. From a public safety standpoint, implementing a crime-free housing program also strengthens the relationship between landlords and our police department. It encourages communication, education, and early intervention, helping us prevent problems instead of simply reacting after they occur. So this ordinance is simply an ordinance that is going to help us avoid some of the nuisances. I know that we have residents call us as trustees sometimes regarding their neighbors and it's the time restraints in regards to, especially in the summer times. But with this ordinance, it'll make sure that it's making it easier for our police enforcement to enforce some of the ordinances that we have in place regarding our nuisances. So our goal is just to make sure that we keep our community decent and in order. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, trustee. Any other discussion at this time? Hearing none, clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
trustee Belcher,
Aye.
trustee Steve,
Aye.
trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Holmes. Motion passed.
Okay, item H is a motion to approve ordinance 26-015, amending chapter 158 of Village Code of the Village of Dalton, Cook County, creating the Martin Luther King Jr. Corridor Overlay District. Is there a motion?
Second.
Heard the motion, trustee Holmes, and second, trustee Steve. Administrator, if you can expand on this,
Yep.
please.
This ordinance establishes the MLK Junior Corridor Overlay District, which is designated to guide future redevelopment along one of the village's most important commercial corridors. The overlay district does not change the underlying zoning of the properties. Instead, it establishes enhanced development standards that encourage higher quality investment, improved building appearance, modern landscaping, attractive signing, better site design, and more cohesive visual identity throughout the corridor. This ordinance will provide developers and property owners with clear expectations while helping ensure the future investment to the community.
Thank you very much for that. I'll ask, is there any discussion at this time?
Yes, so can you give an example, what's a B2 license now? Because it says B2 Limited Retail Business District. So what falls under B2 right now?
You would like what the allowable uses are through under B2?
Just a couple of examples, but yes, because it says B-2 Limited Retail Business District. So would they only fall under B2?
Bakeries, and I'm going off the top of my head, bakeries, art shops, coffee shops, sit-down restaurants are a few. What this does is take our current zoning and enhances what is allowable. Construction material, what it looks like. We're not just allowing someone to buy a building and come in and decide to open a convenience store that has plexiglass or bars on the window, signs all over the outside. There's certain structural points that they'll have to hit.
Does that answer your question, trustee?
So the current businesses that's already in this corridor, are they grandfathered in, or?
This is for any existing, or for any new business that comes in, or for any building that has been vacant for more than 12 months. So what's already there is there. If they do any type of major remodeling or reconstruction, they will have to adhere to those standards also.
Okay.
Any additional discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher,
Present.
Trustee Steve, Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Motion passed.
Next up, we have a motion to approve ordinance 26-016, amending chapter 134 of the Village of Dalton and revise curfew hours and establish penalty for curfew violations. Is there a motion?
So, second.
So I heard the motion, Trustee Steve, second, Trustee Belcher. This is a revision of the Village of Dalton's curfew ordinance, reducing the hours I would say reducing the curfew hours. So now curfew in the Village of Dalton would be 9 p.m. for any individuals under 18 years old. They must be out with a adult or some supervision. This is being presented or proposed to assist the police department in having another mechanism to during teen takeovers and help to weed out undesirable individuals from the community. It'll be up to the chief's discretion on what level of strict enforcement will be done versus passive. However, in the event of a teen takeover or something, it gives us the vehicle to further assist the officers in their efforts. Any discussion on this? 18. Okay, hearing none. Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher,
Aye.
Trustee Steve,
Aye.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Did he say? Motion passed.
Okay. All right. Next, we're going to go to the mayor's report. I have just a handful of items. I think many things have been covered already. Would say that we are certainly grateful for the bringing back revitalization of the fountain, and done at a very nominal cost. The original quotes that were coming in were in excess of $120,000 to $130,000. Our engineer Scott Gilmore was able to get it done under $20,000. So I want to make sure that I highlight his efforts and hard work that he's been doing over the past 9 months to bring us to that point. And I would say it's great to see those who are able to attend and join with us and have a good time. For those who are unable to attend or who have not been able to, we would welcome you out and ask that you come and fellowship with one another. We have some great grill masters. I didn't know that people did not know, Dalton has many, many talents amongst our team and our staff. Stepping is one of them. Grilling is one of them. Trustee Norwood, eating is, never mind. I'm teasing. Hey, my joke is I say I'm her fat friend, so don't. That's our internal joke. But we really do have a good time out there. So I want to thank the team for all of their efforts. I think Chief Chapman summed up very well the team takeovers and the risks and the danger. And I want to applaud their team for how strenuous that those efforts are, and that they show up every time and do their best to get things in order or restore order, and do it in a way that, of course, there's no harm to anybody in the community, no harm to, knock on wood, to any of the, I'll say, offenders, and most equally as important, no harm to the staff of our team. So I want to thank them for those efforts. Also, I've sat here, and I think Trustee Steve may have touched on it a little bit, but I will kind of expand on as we sit here at every board meeting. I'm always intrigued, curious, and excited at the resident. Well, I won't say excited, receptive of the resident concerns that come forward, because day by day we learn a little bit more about the challenges that we face. Our team is working very, very hard daily, so I always commend the efforts that they do. But it was summarized extremely well again by Trustee Steve when he said, we want you to have patience, but hurry up. And that is the feeling, sentiment, and spirit, I would say, amongst everybody within our team, is that we're going to do everything we can within our financial limits. If it's not within if we don't have it financially, everybody has been instructed to openly speak about what our limitations are, so that residents know what the barriers are and our hopeful timeframes. I think it's understandable if there are some things that cost money that we can't get to. What is unacceptable for myself and this administration is a lack of effort. So from anybody any staff member that a resident may encounter, they should see great effort, great communication, and improved customer service. If that's not happening, then there will continue to be fun conversations, I'll say, until as we continue to elevate our status and our standard. And I think the team is doing very well as we continue to evolve. Next, I want to highlight our very own Dalton resident, Reverend and Pastor Anthony Williams, has been able to work with State Representative Will Davis to get a state-funded civility resolution approved down for the state of Illinois. As he talked to that, and we will have more discussion, and he will present at some subsequent board meetings. And I found this interesting, interesting and necessary that a civility pledge is even needed, because there is a civility pledge that he entertains and asks governmental bodies to do, because as we see what's happening at the White House, at the state levels, at the county levels, it's ironic to watch some of our leadership act in a less than civil manner. So this pledge and this resolution, while to some it ends up being words on paper, as you read through it, really will continue that we encourage in our community and amongst one another, that we keep some of these things ringing in our head, that we have to be neighborly and be friendly with one another, because sometimes, everybody has those moments where you wake up and say, I just want to give this person a piece of my mind. But we also have to recognize how dangerous that is, because with all of the troubles and challenges of the world, that might be the last piece of your mind you got. So we want to make sure that instead of giving a piece of our mind, we mind our peace. And with that, we can continue to grow, work with each other. So we will be hearing more from Reverend Anthony Williams. As those who know him, please congratulate him on those accomplishments. And through the coming months, we will be sharing a bit more of that journey and challenge, because we're grateful that is one of Dalton's own who is doing great things in partnership with the state. And we want to make sure that we really, really maximize on the opportunity. Last and definitely not least, I said it several times, but I can't say enough how grateful I am for the team that from the team of employees that we have, and their hard work that they come in every day to get the job done, friendly, with a smile, and continuing to bond and work together. I'm grateful for the Board of Trustees who continue to be what I think the hardest working Board of Trustees in the state. That's my words, and I will challenge. And I have arguments with other mayors all the time, but I've been given a lot of ammunition to say that we have a great Board of Trustees and the most amazing clerk within the state of Illinois. So I want to say thank you to all and the residents for entrusting us with this opportunity. We'll continue to work hard to make everybody proud. That will conclude my report. And we do have one item that we will be going personnel. So I'm going to ask at this time that we to get a motion to go into executive session for a personnel matter.
So moved.
I heard the motion, Trustee Belcher, second, Trustee Holmes. Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Steve.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. The time is 8:14 that we're going into executive session.
So we'll be going to executive session. It could last up to 30 minutes. There will be no action taken after executive session concludes.
Go, Anita.
I'll ask for motion to return back to regular session.
So move.
All right, motion trustee Belcher, second trustee Holmes. Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Present.
trustee Stan Brown,
Present.
trustee Belcher,
Here.
trustee Steve, trustee Norwood, trustee Holmes. Meeting resume at 9:39 p.m.
Okay, motion to adjourn. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion trustee Holmes, second trustee Belcher. Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
trustee Belcher, trustee Belcher,
Aye.
trustee Steve, trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Holmes. This meeting adjourned at 9:40 p.m. And this,
Everybody over Allison house, giving a party today.
yeah, we gonna put you in the, let me turn the mic off. Maybe your cord, put you in the back.